Hello, welcome to IT Expert YouTube video series. Today we are going to talk about Microsoft Azure interview questions. What is a virtual machine? A Euromacron virtual machine is a compute resource that uses software instead of a physical computer to run programs and deploy apps. A hypervisor software provides virtualization on hardware level. One or more virtual guest machines run on a physical host machine. Each virtual machine runs its own operating system and functions separately from the other virtual machines, even when they are all running on the same host. These are a few ways virtual machines are used. Trying out a new operating system including beta releases. Spinning up a new environment to make it simpler and quicker for developers to run dev test scenarios. Running software on operating systems that they were not originally intended for. What are resource group? A resource group is a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. The resource group can include all the resources for the solution or only those resources that you want to manage as a group. You decide how you want to allocate resources to resource groups based on what makes the most sense for your organization. Generally add resources that share the same lifecycle to the same resource group so you can easily deploy, update, and delete them as a group. In Azure, you logically cluster connected resources like storage accounts, virtual network, and virtual machines to deploy, manage, and maintain them as one entity. A resource cluster contains the resources needed to with success deploy a virtual machine in Azure. What is Content Delivery Network? CDN stands for Controlled Delivery Network. Content Delivery Network is the group of many servers which are located at the many different locations. The job of these servers is to store the copy of the data with them so that they can acknowledge the data request based on which server is nearest to the end user. As a result, the data reaches to the end user very fast and very less affected by the traffic. What is Cosmos DB? Azure Cosmos DB is globally replicated multimodal database service that offers rich querying over schema-free data. The definition of Cosmos DB says globally replicated, which means you can replicate your database in different geographical areas. It stores data in JSON format and there is no need to define the schema in advance, hence it is schema-free. You can execute the SQL query on stored JSON documents. Cosmos DB was formerly known as Document DB and it supports multimodal like SQL Table API, Graph API, etc. Azure Cosmos DB is the right solution for web, mobile gaming applications when predictable throughput, high availability, and low latency are key requirements. What is Azure Function? Azure Function is a serverless compute service that runs code on demand like events or external invoke. Azure Functions can scale up automatically based on demand. Azure Functions are the evolution of web jobs. You can develop functions in C++, Node, Java, Python, etc. Internally, Azure Functions use app services. We can use functions for backend services, event-based processing like data table creation on file upload, scheduled tasks, etc. What is Logic App? Azure Logic Apps is the platform as a service offering from Microsoft Azure. Logic Apps helps us to define workflows and build powerful solutions with the help of connectors, triggers, and actions. Let a EuroTMS suppose we want to receive an email as soon as there is a new tweet posted on Twitter. That solution can be established using Logic Apps through connectors. Another example can be that we can automatically fetch new records from a SQL database and then send email alerts to users. The good thing is that you don't a EuroTMT need to write a single line of code. Everything can be done using Logic Apps Designer in Azure Portal. As far as the cost is concerned, you only need to pay for the actions you execute in your Logic Apps. It follows the consumption pricing model. What is Azure Data Factory? Cloud-based integration service that allows creating data-driven workflows in the cloud for orchestrating and automating data movement and data transformation. Using Azure Data Factory, you can create and schedule the data-driven workflows called pipelines that can ingest data from disparate data stores. It can process and transform the data by using compute services such as HD Insight, Hadoop, Spark, Azure Data Lake Analytics, and Azure Machine Learning. What is Azure Data Factory Components? Azure Data Factory consists of various components like pipelines. A pipeline is a logical grouping of activities that performs a unit of work. A single pipeline can perform different actions like ingesting data from the storage blob, query the SQL database, and more. Activities. Activity in a pipeline represents a unit of work. An activity is an action like copying a storage blob data to a storage table or transform JSON data in a storage blob into SQL table records. Datasets. Datasets represent data structures within the data stores which point to the data that the activities need to use as inputs or outputs. Triggers. Triggers are a way to execute a pipeline run. Triggers determine when a pipeline execution should start. Currently, Data Factory supports 3 types of triggers. Schedule trigger. A trigger that invokes a pipeline at a scheduled time. Tumbling window trigger. A trigger that operates on a periodic interval. Event-based trigger. A trigger that invokes a pipeline when there is an event. Integration runtime. The integration runtime is the compute infrastructure used to provide data integration capabilities like data flow, data movement, activity dispatch, and syspackage execution. What tools and capabilities Azure Dev Ops provide? Azure Pipelines. CCD works with all languages, platforms, and clouds. Connect to Dirty Dog Hub or any Git repository and deploy unceasingly. Azure Boards. Powerful work following with Kanban boards, backlogs, team dashboards, and custom reporting. Azure Artifacts. Maven NPM and NuGet package feeds from public and personal sources. Azure Repos. Unlimited cloud-hosted private Git repos for your project. Collaborative pull requests, advanced file management, and more. Azure Test Plans. All-in-one planned and exploratory testing solution. What is Azure Databricks? Azure Databricks is a powerful Apache Spark-based platform for big data analytics. EUROTM is easy to use and can be deployed on Azure in minutes. Databricks offers excellent integration with other Azure services, making it an ideal tool for data engineers who want to work with big data in the cloud. There are many benefits of using Azure Databricks. Reduced costs. You can save up to 80% on your cloud bill by using Databricks managed clusters. Increased productivity. Databricks makes it easy to build and manage big data pipelines with its user-friendly interface. Increased security. Databricks offers a variety of features to help you secure your data, including role-based access control and encrypted communication. What is Azure Traffic Manager? Azure Traffic Manager is a domain name system-based traffic balancer load that allows you to divide traffic optimally to provide the services across the Azure regions while providing high availability. The Traffic Manager comes with many benefits for the user. Increased performance. Can increase the performance of your application that includes faster page loading and better user experience. This applies to the serving of users with the hosted service closest to them. High availability. You can use the Traffic Manager to improve application availability by enabling automatic customer traffic failover scenarios in the event of issues with one of your application instances. No downtime required for upgrade maintenance. Once you have configured the Traffic Manager, you don't need downtime for application maintenance, patch purgation, or complete new package deployment. Any questions? Comment below. Thank you for watching this video. We provide hands-on computer training with labs, homework, group projects, prepare you for the certification, provide real projects, internship opportunities, support you in Resume, LinkedIn, staffing support, provide tech references, in-person, online class retake options, and more. Call us at 847-350-9034 for your free career consultation meeting. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to our video to get the notification of our latest video.